So if you're looking for manga that's out of stock and really hard to find, I can tell you how to do it and maybe what to look for so that you can actually get your hands on some of these to hopefully negate some of the trash that is going on in the manga space right now. Now, to get your hands on some of these manga, you need to understand that there are issues going on all over the place. From pandemic to scalpers to people just actually wanting manga. So I'm gonna explain here why this is happening and maybe what you can do to try to get your hands on the manga that you actually want.
I've recently had a friend get into manga. 2 days later was asking why it's so hard to find some physical manga. So that's why I'm making this video. It's to help people with the same question to help you guys and him as well. To start, ever since being at home has been a way of life for mostly everyone since the start of the whole sea disease issue, people have been getting into and enjoying more media than ever. This includes manga. So you have this boom of fans of a popular series and first-timers joining something they're extremely passionate about. So to start, one of the main reasons would be the supply chain issues that have affected manga. More frankly, everything. I'll tell you, manga and anime do go hand in hand. Knowing this, anime has been a little less affected by the whole sea disease issue. This making it easier to distribute and show on streaming services for people to download or view that way. Wink, wink. So, with manga being the source material of anime and becoming increasingly more popular, you need a manga supply to keep up with the anime supply. But that just wasn't possible for how quick one can grow, but the other can't. Now on top of that, manga, in the West especially, has had the same outlook on it as regular Western books, with a slow and steady print cycle that didn't last all that long before printing another book or series to be put on hold and have to wait before it gets reprinted again. So places like Yen Press and Viz Media, just to name a few publishers, were stuck in the mud when they had this huge amount of new people and customers wanting to get their hand on manga to their favorite anime series. This influx in customers drove the printers to max capacity and speed, also pushing the quality to an all-time low, in my opinion. Not to mention the guidelines that needed to be followed while working at this time, this making the deliveries to retailers stagnate or stop entirely. Less work staff to be able to fulfill orders or maintenance the printers, on top of so many more people wanting more manga to read. But to be fair, it's not all a bad thing. This comment said it pretty good. I mean, the explosion of interest in buying manga can only be good for the industry and the consumer. But it will take some time for the supply to catch up to the demand. This sentence kind of hits the nail on the head for it being a supply and demand issue. Now, what caused this increase in popularity? Well, the fact that anime is extremely more mainstream and accepted as a whole. From more people giving it a chance and from celebrities talking about it in public, it has been steadily growing just for the pandemic to excel it exponentially. Like I said, for how easy it is to find and watch, there are streaming services ranging from big to small where you can find this stuff basically anywhere. But these common problems are not the only thing that made it this bad. What else do you get when things increase in popularity? It would be this third-party leech of a thing known as a scalper. You may have heard of these clowns buying all your PS5s and Xboxes, as well as your graphics cards. Well, when things are in high demand and low on supply, they like to scurry in and buy up as much as possible, using bots and web trickery so that the average person can't get their hands on anything, all to resell it at a way higher cost. Now, this really does suck, especially for how passionate anime fans and manga fans are. They may be willing to pay more for something they really like. Yes, it is hard to wait, but you shouldn't pay more for a manga that's just out of stock. It will come back. Don't get it confused with out of print. The difference is, out of stock means just that. It's no longer available for a period of time until it gets more stock and gets reprinted, whenever that may be. Out of print is what would be something more of a collectible and no longer being published, so it's not going to get another reprint. And these popular series that are just only out of stock, they will come back, so do not be worried. They are popular. They want to make money off of them. How do you get your favorite out-of-stock manga series and volumes? Well, there's a few things you can do. look online, obviously, but first Google the price so you're not overspending. I'll tell you the obvious and look on Amazon. Go ahead and type in the title of the series you want, make sure it's in English or whatever language you want or need it in, then check the used section or other sellers to see if they have a good price for you too. Check your barnesandnobles.com and Books A Millions online, and then the big spot, of course, Right Stuff Anime. So this place has really cheap offerings. Actually, most of the stuff is on sale most of the time. You'll be able to set up notifications for when things do come in stock, and not to mention that you can technically buy it while it's out of stock and they'll just fulfill the order whenever it does come in stock, however long that may be. Now, it may be hard for some of you skinwalkers, I know. Go outside. And look at your physical stores, Barnes and Books A Million, but look up your local bookstores or your comic shops. Shoot, even your libraries may be selling some manga, because most of them won't have inventory online that you'll be able to see. So you have to go in person. Now next is going to be the secondhand market. This is where you want to watch out for these clown people, scalpers. Also, watch out for fake versions of series or volumes. So make sure you look at the pictures that you can see and make sure that they look the same as the real ones that were published. But you can use places like eBay and find some honest people willing to sell. As well as Manga Swap on Reddit, out of all places, I know. So you're more likely to get that manga that's been out of stock. So do your best, I'm rooting for you. The main thing though is you don't want to overpay. If you have patience, that will be rewarded. But in the meantime, there are hundreds of stock options when it comes to manga. So find yourself something in stock and get to reading something real good. Thank you for watching.